Currently, Miami Beach is one of the few cities that flies the LGBT flag year-round. So, will you follow the legislative act from Tallahassee that says that there's a flag ban, or will you continue to fly it?
Not only will I fly it, I will fly it higher than ever. I will be on the front row of the Pride Parade. And if I go to jail for it, so be it. But I'm going to be on the front row. We are going to continue that parade no matter who says what in Tallahassee.
I don't think I could possibly top that.
Yeah, I know I'm an unusual candidate, let's face it. But I think I bring certain skills that others may not. And for example, as a CEO, I know how to cut through the bureaucracy. I know how to establish a vision, and I know how to get a strategy. And then most importantly is implement that strategy. What I would try to do, and what I feel confident about doing, is bringing people together, because it's what I've been doing all my life. I would be a hands-on mayor. I would walk the halls, and I would try to inspire people to get a job done. And I would do the same thing with my fellow commissioners.
Mr. Roedy, respectfully, why have you never voted in a Miami Beach election?
So I have voted. I did vote once. However, that's not the issue. That's not the issue. I did not vote enough. I did not vote enough, and I wasn't consistent enough in my local elections. Why is that? Number one, I went off and joined the Army for 11 years. What did I do after that? I went to Harvard Business School, and I decided to make a change in the world by building the largest media operation in the world, bringing the principles of freedom, democracy, and American culture to 2 billion people around the world. Number three, I became a global health ambassador. I was always on the plane, mainly in Africa, but everywhere in the world, making sure that people were protected from AIDS, saving lives. That's why I missed a few votes. Thank you. Okay, so this has been a big week for me because it's welcome to Miami Beach politics. I've had 3 bombs in letterman, emails or text, and they're all filled with lies and deception. And they came from my opponents. I won't name all of them, but one of them has the initials MG. I'm not gonna name them. So here's my question. It's not to that person. It's actually to the person on my right, Steve Miner, because he's been ignored for the questions, and I feel like he should get equal time. So first I'm going to wish him Shana Tova. Shana Tova. And the second thing I'm going to do is because I was given one of these dirty, malicious emails on Rosh Hashanah, and I would like to ask you, what did you learn from your spiritual gatherings this weekend that will help bring us together and create unity and forgiveness?
I could not have asked for a better question, so thank you.
We have much more leverage than we think. We're a small island, but we're Miami Beach. We are Miami Beach. So we need to talk and act with a lot more swagger than we do. If that doesn't work, then we have all sorts of weapons we can resort to, starting with litigation. But we gotta just fight harder. When the creativity happens, business comes afterwards. There's absolutely no question. And I locate the headquarters of Latin America, all of Latin America, on Lincoln Road, creating 400, 500 jobs. The agencies then came, the record companies then came, and we had a creative edge. There's 800 Art Deco buildings in this particular area. When I finish my term of mayor, my 3 terms, I guarantee you there will be 800 buildings still preserved. And there's no compromise in that. You're going to have public safety posts at the end spring break as we know it. And I think where the commission has gone wrong is they still don't have a plan for 24, because I said in the budget, and there's no budget line for it. So it's like a freight train coming to us. It's been 3 years in a row, and it's even before that. We have to stop it.
and we're going to look with at least cheap. I've already talked to him about this. I said, I got your back as long as we're able to stop spring break as it is. Because it not only hurts the residents, it hurts the entire work, the brand of the entire world.
I'm going to be a 24/7 mayor for the first time because most of the politicians have had other jobs. We are now a $1 billion revenue operation. It needs 24/7. I like to quote Michelle Obama, when they go low, we go high. And that was our opening strategy. But then you get hit so much, at some point you got to hit back. So let me pick one. I'm not from here, I'm Britishville. I spent the first 2 decades of my life here in Miami. We moved around. I graduated from North Miami High School. I spent 11 years in the Army, and that took me away. And then I decided to go to Harvard Business School. I had to take out loans. And then I proceeded to build the largest media company in the world. And in order to do that, it was all outside the US. So I bought a home in London. And then I also became a global health ambassador for the last 13 years. That was work. So while I was working, I came back here as much as possible. I bought our current residence in 1999, so I've been here for 24 years. But I've always felt that this has been my home. We should have, like we want for the police department, a real-time crime center. We should do the same thing for traffic. Real-time traffic center. Smart traffic analysis. I'm sure you've heard about it. It's actually available. It's using AI on particular high traffic density areas, and the city now has a plan to do it at least in one corridor. We're $1 billion this year, just under $1 billion. We're not a poor city, so we can do this. We can synchronize the lights. We can also coordinate the buses with the trolleys. It's never been done. Can you believe it? I think we should electrify the trolleys. It's low-hanging fruit. It's not that difficult. And I'm self-funding a campaign. Not because I want to buy the election, which some people say. It's because I don't want to be beholden to anyone. We, unfortunately, have a culture that's beholden to a lot of interest groups, especially developers. And that's why we're in this mess that we're in. If you think that we're going to have change with the same old politics and the same old politicians, not going to happen. You're going to have the same mess. I will bring change. Don't be afraid of it. You know, in the military, we got a phrase: slow to take credit, quick to take blame. And when I become mayor, I don't want my name on any plaques. I don't want my name as a proclamation. I don't want to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't need it. Let's go forward. Slow to take credit, quick to take blame. Miami Beach, of course, has a special relationship with Israel. My family has a special relationship. The 4 kids have been there many, many times. I started a business in Israel, and I believe that the United States, unlike any country in the world, can support Israel and must support Israel. And the $105 billion that was announced just last week by this administration for both Ukraine and Israel must be the way to go. It deserves our utmost support. We will do anything possible to make sure Israel is safe from any horrific attack like that again.